some speakers in our clubs always have long intro. There's no way you can remember it. So this one is my friend, so I need to get a piece of paper to read it. Listen to me. The full power of effective speaking skill is often underestimated. Additionally, the belief that great speakers are born with magical talent. That is completely untrue. Our speaker will talk about how skillful speaking and presenting can make a huge impact in your personal and professional life. At the same time, he will prove that with a proper program, a proper environment, and a commitment to learn and grow, anyone can harness the full power of effective speaking. With his presentation titled "Speaking Juice: The Power of Effective Communication," please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster, a great friend of mine, John Bridge.
If you are a hard worker with fantastic skills, but not really a good communicator, can you be successful? I think a lot of people will say yes in their minds, but maybe it's because we don't all realize the difference great communication skills can make in our personal lives and in our jobs. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests, I want you to imagine if there was ever a situation where there was a presentation that needed to be given, but the room that the presentation was going to be given in was too small to seat all the people. So this presentation had to be given twice. The exact same presentation with the exact same slides and the exact same data. But they had to get two different presenters to give it. The first presenter that goes up there wasn't really prepared and points and reads off the slides and is not really familiar, is kind of really nervous, and gives a presentation, and there's a certain perception the audience might have. The second presenter in the other room gives the exact same presentation and walks up and says, "Ladies and gentlemen," or directors, executives, or whatever, "today I'm going to give you a presentation. We have a little bit of good news, we have a little bit of bad news. The direction we're heading is in a very good direction." You can see just by the gestures and the voice, the energy, that it will be a totally different outcome. So it's not just how well you do your job or how fantastic your skills are. Having good communication skills can totally change the opportunities that you may have in front of you. And why is it so important that you look and appear confident when you're standing in front of a group? Let's say there's executives in the room, more executives, vice presidents, and you're up there giving a presentation. If you're a little timid and shy standing up here, what are the thoughts in these executive minds? What happens if this question comes up in their mind? Is this person capable of going through the different challenges and the obstacles that this program or this project is going to have in front of us? The answer that you want is absolutely. This guy looks like he can handle all kinds of situations, conflict, collaborating with a lot of people, a lot of different opinions and things, and kind of work through it, gain consensus and everything. The first person, the timid guy, do you think that these executives are going to look at him and say, can this person help lead this project or the program all the way through with all the challenges and obstacles? The answer could very well be, oh God. That is an example of a huge difference. Several years ago, we had one of the biggest projects in T-Mobile, multi-billion-dollar. How many people remember UMTS? 3G. The national deployment team had kickoff meetings in all 4 regions and in multiple major markets. There were about 13 people that went out, and it was a 2.5 hour presentation. The difference in presenters was pretty incredible. The first presenter was humorous, exciting, and really set the stage and gave some great information, and it was great. I mean, people were paying attention. Not too many people were down on their Blackberries looking at email and stuff. A couple more presenters, they were so-so. The fourth presenter, this guy, now I don't normally talk bad about people, but this guy was so bad, you could tell deer in the headlights. He was standing up there, barely moving. His throat was hoarse. He had about 20 slides to go through, and he flipped through them so fast and just sat down. It was about one of the most ridiculous things I ever seen. And I know for a fact that his throat was so dry that if he swallowed a single time, he thought he was going to tear some skin inside of his throat. How would I know something like that? Because that person's name was John Bridge. If I was in the audience and they put a little red pill that said death pill, and I had to either bear the pain of listening to John Bridge or maybe take the death pill, I would have maybe reached for the death pill. That's how bad it was. So I have 2 points. My first point is yes, good, effective communication skills can make a huge difference in the way that people perceive you in a business and a work environment, but also in a personal environment, in a social environment. You become memorable. People remember not only your first name, but your last name. If you ever decide to go into business or get into volunteering nonprofit, the people that remember you and the energy that they remember and how you feel when they're connecting with you, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. And the second point is, if I can do it, if I can go from the guy that was thinking I was going to tear the inside of my throat from swallowing to being able to stand up here today and be mildly nervous, anyone can do it. Mr. Toastmaster.
That's great. Let's give 2 minutes of evaluation. Does anyone have no evaluation form? Guests can evaluate too. You guys have